to week 2. Just want to recap on the lock basic. So what it is, and a lot of people, when you learn it, you always get your own little quirks, so it's okay. I'm here to iron them out. The first thing you want to do is just keep your body upright and bounce into your hip. So you're not forcing the hip, it's just a natural bounce. Your hip natural movement is what's going to help you get the kind of crunch action and strong freeze action that you want. So that's what the first thing that you're going to do. So you're just bouncing on the hip or on the other leg, depending. Then what it is a crunching of the diaphragm. So you're going not of the whole body. So you're not punching the stomach, you're punching diaphragm, which is your rib cage. So rib cage, chest dropping. So if I'm here, this is dropping, not rounding. It's just crunching. So I make almost like the C shape. So a C with my body. I'm trying to do this. I'm exaggerating. I'm trying to do this, but on the same spot. So I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. So now I'm going to do that with my body without adding the hips, the knees bending. So the hips are still going to be bouncing in the back, and then the chest is just going to drop like the top part of a C. Drop and drop and drop and. So it's not me doing this. It's not that. It's here and drop and drop and. So you want to coordinate, which means you need to get used to knee popping, hip bouncing. Knee popping, hip bouncing. Okay. Then you go chest and chest and chest and chest and chest and chest. Make the top part of the C. Chest and chest and chest and. So make sure you're not going into that lower back. You're going to have problems if you do. Then the other thing is to actually swing this hip backwards. So here's my hip on the side. Follow where my hand is going. It goes backwards. Now what it's going to do naturally is going to want this knee to go in. So force this knee opposite to where that hip is going. So they're doing this kind of an action. So it's going cool and cool and cool and cool and cool and cool. Then make sure your chest is not twisting. You keep your chest facing the front. So this feels like it's going this way, and your hip is going that way. So this is going forward, 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 and then hips going back, 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 back. Don't lean too far forward. Just get used to this feeling of hip and knee, hip and knee, hip and knee, hip and knee. Pop your foot, pop your foot. Then you're going to keep the shoulder forward. So it's as if you were doing this on a wall, imaginary wall in front of you. You don't want to twist it. You want it staying on the wall. If I do it, it's not really going to help you. But here. So you don't want this twisting. You want it on a wall. Okay. That was my Beyonce move. It's okay. So now what you're going to do, keeping it here, is now like. So you want to feel this just drop. So don't bring it down, just the rib cage, just the diaphragm, just the chest. So there's quite a lot of coordination in the body there, but that is the action that you're going to get when you use your hands. So careful that if you lean forward, your hands are too far away from your body. It's just basically, maybe like a hand in front of your knee. So it's there. So if you bend too far, then your hands become too close. So you want it to be more upright, bending from just the chest and the hip. So here's your shape. We have done the basic lock position. There are also alternative lock positions, so alternate lock positions. A lot of times people enjoy locking low down. This squat position, you will find out, is such a key position in locking. Your quads are going to become beautiful after this course. You're going to feel it every single day. So really getting into a nice squat position, your feet in line with your knees and bending as low as you can. You can still do a lock position in this position. We tend to do it when we do double locks as well. So what it is nice 90 degrees. Again, I am compressing my chest, breathing the air out, dropping down with my neck, still maintaining the line with my arms. So by dropping, I must make sure I don't lose this contraction. So we go, yeah, into position and let's get rid of that, shall we? So we're gonna go down, we're gonna drop down into that position. Make sure your elbows are still 90. They are still not in line with my shoulders. I mean, yeah, they are not here. I can still see my hands. So I'm still compressing and really punching my elbow forward. Punching my elbow forward, transferring my elbow. If I had muscles, you would see it, I promise. So you go, yeah, nice into the position. That's an alternative lock position. Another one is just leaning it over the one leg. So that's a good one to do, either side, but again, work from your elbows, work from your ribs. And, middle, and. So we're just gonna do 30 seconds of alternate lock positions. Again, you could really lock in any position. So I have seen some people lock here, some people have locked here, some people have locked here. These are all shapes with the legs, as you can see. So I'm stepping and bending, lifting, twisting. Any type of angular shape is really, really beautiful with locking. So all of you have done shapes at some point in your life, even if it's just at the gym. Shape. So I want you to play with different positions, trying to get as many shapes as possible. Number one, we're gonna go squat, alternate, other side, one leg forward, other leg forward, one leg up, backwards, 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 sideways, backwards. So we're gonna go sideways, twisted, twisted, and lean back and lean forward. Okay, so you want to play around with those different positions. Let's go. Middle lock. Boom, up, boom, up, boom, up, boom, up. Last one. Boom, to the side. Boom, straight up. Boom, straight up. Boom, straight up. Drop your hips. Drop your ribs. One leg in front. Check your arm position. One leg up. So I'm still compressing, still locking my arms. This is a funny one, but it's cool. One leg in front. Drop your ribs. Really drop. Drop your shoulders. Play around with any of them. For the lock is for your double lock. Bounce in that hip, don't lean forward. This is using your upper back, middle back actually, and lower back to try and get a double lock action when it's actually, again, just in the hip, just in the upper back, just in the chest. And then you really want your hand to get from here to here and back here. Boom, ah, not boom, boom. You want it to go boom, 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 boom. Almost like it's repeating 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Don't try and get it too far forward. Don't try and get it too far up. You actually just want the lock to be happening more under your body here. And then dropping your ribcage again, same like a lock. So it's more, I'm creating a C within my own body, where if I stood up, it's just here. I'm not doing this. So it's just in front of my body. Okay. Now let's do the double lock in the alternative positions. So we have a squat, we have a leaning over each knee, we have forward lunges, we have got a upward leg, twisting, or even forward. These are really stylized ones, but just to show you, balance munch. It's just to show you that you can still create angular movements in any position. Again, everything you do is right. So even if you were in a weird position, you could still lock. I even came up from that. So we're just going to try the ones that I'm stipulating in the course to give you an idea. Now I can move your pace or keeping time technique on. So what it is it goes up the body. A lot of locking always comes from the center because it's got like more of this kind of soulful feel. So instead of it just knocking here, we're going to extend it really far and snap it out. Lifting up your elbow, snap it, bring it down, snap it. And over here, it's like, I like saying there's like a bass drum, like a bongo drum here, and I knock it here all the time. So I'm going snap, boom, snap, boom, snap, boom, snap, 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 snap. This is just keeping time, like snap, 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 snap. So don't go too heavy here. It's just keeping time, but it's not doing anything. So it's not going out like that the whole time. It's doing. So the wrist has to double flick, up, so, ha. And it's flicking with it going backwards. It's not doing this. It's not really doing that unless you're stylishly doing that, like that, like boom. Yeah, you actually want it to go, you lift it up, through the body, okay? So we're going up through the body, snap it, drop it, snap, lean into it, snap, snap, boom, snap, boom, snap, boom, snap, boom, snap, boom, snap. Yeah? So you want to feel like it goes from the opposite hip, but when you go really fast, it won't necessarily get there, but you want to aim for that so that it doesn't do this. Yeah? Aim for full range, but again, there is room for styling. But you'll see in a lot of battles, you want to have like a pace, which is quite powerful, and you want to have that little stylish one in between as well. Generally, what I see when people think they have to do pacing is the walking pace. Yeah, don't. So it's not wrong, it's just old. So it's old. How else do I say? But what it is if you think your groove is an upward groove, which we will do, I don't know if we've done it yet, but, and you're marching, your flick is when your leg is landing. So it's just, and then all I'm doing is exaggerating my knees. Yeah, so I lift my knee up before I stand down, and then I drop into the character of locking. Remember that compression? So I want to feel like, imagine you have a hat and you're like trying to look underneath the hat, but you can't because like you're here. I don't know what that means, but here. Now if you walk in that position, it gets the character and the feeling, and all I'm doing is lifting up my knees, lifting, 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 I'm marching, keeping time, extending, compressing, lifting. Yeah? So there's a couple of things that you can do with your hand. You can keep it down, you can let it move, and like I like to stylize my hand sometimes and I push it down like here. But it's completely up to you. This is a neater and cleaner one when you're really showing them what you want to see. When you do it, you lean towards your hand. It's the same as the point where you lean towards it. You don't really lean away from your pace when you're walking it, but that is the old like basic that everyone would do, but it's quite old. You very seldom see it when someone freestyles or when someone does like really high level choreography. They might do like a march in place, but we're not doing like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you're doing like, yeah? So we're doing steps or walking. So you're gonna do the same thing, extending. So make sure your left hand understands the program as well. You're going extend, 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 and then you walk it. And you can walk it small and compressed, or you can extend your knee and lift your knee or bend. So let's play around with the pace, extended. The alternate version of a prep is when people say up lock. So up lock is like lock, but up. So that's why a lot of people call this muscle man, because it's like, and some people, like it depended where the culture went and which country and with which pioneer and their culture and their society. So there's a lot of different languages out there. It's good to do them all, try them all, feel them all, and then choose which one you want. So a muscle man is actually going behind your body, really getting a nice big upward freeze. So tense, really show the muscles. So instead, and this is like grabbing. So it's not flicking, it's going. And then from there, lock, grab, lock, as opposed to a lock. Make sense? Grab. So I can be going up, lock. That is also a step a lot of people use. Still, which is a up, lock. Yep. Muscle man. I can also do an up lock with just one arm. One arm. one arm. And have a variety of hands. So I like to do a blade, or you can do a fist, or I do a flat hand. So what this flat hand is, like imagine you high five, but then you squeeze your knuckles backwards. So you're like a sucker. That position here. So it's actually more like you're pressing your fingers forward. That is a good, a nice styled version of it. Up, up, up. It's all a muscle, man. It's all an up lock. And you can suction it where you're like leaning towards your arm, or I could be leaning away from my arm. So you decide, or like, there's like, so a lot of it's like, yeah? Play with those feelings. These are all alternate versions of the prep. So you can do any of them into different combos. Really all that it is was the up that became like a bigger thing, and then became like a, and there was different styles of it. Play with it, see which one you like. Let's go. Okay. Really sit. And you go. Ready, 10. One arm. Blade. Lean towards it. Other arm. In 3, 2, 1. So I'm really whipping it. Lean away from it. Other arm. So I'm really flicking. Last minute. Okay, right. Suction. Muscle. Blade. Right. So that's a prep. Yeah? Any one of them. Do you see? There is another alternate version to this one as well, which is just going from here, adding an elbow roll. So all that it is elbow rolling. If you imagine that you're knocking your elbow to the side, straightened it, straight. It's not doing this. It's not a wrist roll. You're gonna go knock your chest, elbow, back snap. Chest, back, chest, back, chest, back, chest, back, chest, back. Boom, garra, boom, garra. Boom, garra,